All right, so we're doing the behind the scenes breakdown of the Pikmin review and all that fun stuff. So, a couple things. I've already recorded this, and the video quality ended up being kind of shit. I tried to record it in a different way, but it ended up being shit, so we're re-recording it. So let's just kind of go over everything that I talked about again. So, first thing I can talk about is that this was a very different project. So, the reason I decided to do the Pikmin review in the first place was because I saw that Pikmin 4 was coming out. It was hot on everybody's minds. Like, everybody was talking about Pikmin because the new game, or at least it seemed like everybody was talking about it. There was an uptick in Pikmin content on YouTube. So I thought, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to do some Pikmin stuff. And I saw that I had 3 archived streams. So you can see the kind of a glitch that I had. We'll get to this in a second. I had archived stream footage of when I played Pikmin 1 on stream. Right? And I had all this archive footage, and it was just sitting on my hard drive, or more accurately, just sitting on my dad's NAS. And it wasn't really doing anything. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's make a review. So let's get the footage, let's write down sort of my thoughts on the game, let's ramble into a microphone incoherently, which you can see right here. I have the dialogue up here. Hopefully it actually looks good now, now that I'm recording in kind of a different way. So I wrote down kind of chunks of like what I thought about the game, and I'll put like a screenshot up of the script. And it's not exactly like written. It's more so just like bullet points of like, oh, you're gonna talk about this, then you're gonna talk about this, then you're because I know kind of an idea of what I'm gonna say, and my recording and writing style is like, even if I like write down specific ways to say things, I'm still gonna ad-lib it during the actual recording. So why would I spend so much time writing down specific ways to say things? I learned this lesson in the Steam Deck review. In the Steam Deck review, I wrote down very specifically what I was going to say, how I was going to say it, and all this other stuff, and I like planned out the entire review. And that worked, and the video turned out to be pretty good, right? But I wanted to test myself. I wanted to see just how quickly I could make a video. I had said in like a Monster Mash video that I wanted to do it in a 4-day weekend that I got from work, just kind of out of nowhere. I just wasn't scheduled for the entire weekend, so it's just like, okay, I got 4 days. Let's just make a video, right? Let's see how quickly I can do it. And I kind of did that. I wasted the first 2 days playing Dark Souls. But honestly, 3-4 days was about how long it took me to make this. And that was because I was just kind of like, I don't want to say rushing, but I knew that I had to cut off my effort at a certain point. I had to cut corners, right? In the recording process, you can see from the screenshot that I've just put up, I really fucking hope I remember to put up this screenshot, that I didn't write down specific words. I wrote down just bullet points. So I'm gonna talk about this, I'm gonna talk about that, I'm gonna talk about this, then it'll flow into this, just to get an idea of like how the recording should go, and like what topic goes into the next, goes into the next, goes into the next, so I can get an idea of like how the conversation, how the video like flows, without having to worry about nitty-gritty things like what I'm gonna say here. Because at the end of the day, I'm just gonna say bullshit into a microphone, right? That's kind of one of my skills, is that I'm able, if I know what I'm talking about, I can just go for like hours. Well, I can go for minutes, but and that's part of the reason why the editing process is so important for me, because if we go into the original intro recording, like just the intro recording, that is about 10 minutes of me saying lines, messing up, re-recording, you know, trying to get the perfect way to say words. And even then, I still have to fuck around with how sentences are structured. I still gotta fuck around with like oh, so this first half of this sentence is good, but the second half isn't good. I really hope that I recorded a second half of that sentence over here so I can like kind of merge them together, right? That's kind of the bullshit that I do when it comes to editing, because I do this so often, and I know that my brain is very scattered when it comes to just rambling about bullshit, but the points are still there. I just need to stitch them together into like a coherent video. And that's what this review was, right? And as you can clearly see, I like to color code my timelines. It's easier for me to see like what's done, what parts go where, and things like that. It also makes it easier for when I'm doing these behind the scenes videos. It makes it a little bit easier to see and like visualize how this project is, like how the project comes together. So light green, like lime green right here, these are the bits of footage from the streams that I got. I also kept the audio of the streams intact, just in case I wanted to use like a clip from the stream, and I'm very glad I did, because you can see later on in the video that this sort of chunk breaks what normally is the color coordination of this video. You can see the purple and the blue down here, because I used just a clip from my Twitch stream. I don't stream on Twitch anymore, by the way. I feel like I should be clearer with that. I still sometimes get emails about like, oh, someone followed you on Twitch, and I'm like, fucking why? I don't play on Twitch anymore. Oh, and I actually did get the Pikmin font. I found someone who made a custom Pikmin font, and I'm like, cool, I'm definitely using that in the video, because you know, you just have to. Olimar's had sex. Yes, we've all come to that conclusion. Actually, a funny thing about the Olimar having sex thing is on YouTube, in the analytics page, I can see like spikes in viewership, and I can see if people are going to a specific part of the video and rewatching it over and over again. And this whole chunk about Olimar having sex has got a pretty decent spike in viewership, and I thought that was just hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna continue moving on. So purple, the lavender clips are all Bismo. They're all the gorgeous Bismo art that my sister made. Lime green is the footage. Blue is like B-roll, mostly because that's just kind of the default color when you import video footage is blue. So I just kind of kept it at that. And orange, what was orange again? Released the. Why did I make this orange? I guess I was trying to like come up with a thing for like images, but I just ended up never using it. I don't really know. See, I can color coordinate to a specific to a certain extent, but anything after that is just like nah. Oh my god, the drowning footage. Okay, so I brought this up in the last video, in the last time I tried to record this, but this clip right here of Pikmin drowning. So this is actually from a YouTube channel that is dedicated to just archiving videos of characters drowning. It's called Let's Drown. Hold on. Let's drown out. Let's drown out. No. Where's just the channel? Let's drown. Oh my god. Cause that's yeah. There it is. I don't know why this channel exists, but I think it's hilarious. What's their most popular upload? Wow, it's Mario 64. That is their most popular video from 14 years ago. And it's literally, oh my god, that's loud. And it's literally just a video that's 1.5 minutes long of presumably someone playing on an emulator, and they just want to watch Mario drown, I guess. And the whole channel is just this. It's just characters drowning. I don't understand why someone would make this. But you know what? They were a really useful asset to me, because I don't let my Pikmin drown more often than not. And this was an extremely good example of blue Pikmin being able to like swim and breathe underwater, but the red and yellows couldn't. It was a very, very good clip that would demonstrate my point perfectly. So thank you, Let's Drown, for giving me the perfect clip to use. And then this, I just kind of blatantly stole this clip. I put the source down here. And I also put a link to this specific stream in the description of the video. I really, really hope that that is enough for this person. Because I wanted to show off like how cool these certain streams could be in these challenge runs. Because what this guy does is he beats Pikmin 1 using only red Pikmin. And like I said, if you know how the game works, you can nudge objects in a certain way. You can use you can do it in such a way where you can beat the entire game without getting the yellow or the blue onions. And I think that that's crazy. So I had to fucking bring that up. That was super cool. What else is going on? Music. All the music down here is all yellow. I used exclusively all Pikmin music minus the little outro thing right here. I use my normal Sonic Mega Collections outro clip. I usually bump the volume when it comes to this part, but I didn't. I just kind of forgot. Oh well. Honestly, I don't really think that there's a whole lot I can talk about now. I can talk about the essentially animation. I've already talked about the keyframing and shit like that in other behind the scenes videos. I guess I just wanted to sort of talk about how this video was structured differently from other things, and I wanted to talk about my writing process and how I was able to record videos, and I already had all this footage. This is going to be a nightmare for my Pikmin 2 review, because yes, I am going to make a Pikmin 2 review. In my footage archive, I have Pikmin 2. I have the whole game. 10 streams, and each stream is like 2.5 to 3 hours. I think my final hour count for Pikmin 2 was like 17-ish hours. And Pikmin 1, I only have 3 streams that I have to use. So the Pikmin 2 review might be a bit longer than the Pikmin 1 review, because I have so much that I want to talk about in this game. It's just because there's so much to Pikmin 2, right? It's a much bigger game in general. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. What is this? Oh yeah, this is just compounding things. Yeah, just all the shitty games that I put up on screen. Okay, here's a fun fact about me. I hate all of these games. I think all of these games are absolute dog shit. People can play them and they can enjoy them. That's great. I'm happy for you. I fucking hate these games. I also tried to do sort of like a different structural thing where I had these like very clear, like, hey, I'm talking about the story now. I'm talking about the gameplay now. And I kind of like more easily transitioned into Pikmin being out on the Wii, because I don't know how well I could do it if I just said Wii version, you know? Oh, I completely forgot about this. So this little thing, this visual effect right here, is actually kind of a very sneaky reference to A Hat in Time. And I wonder, no one has like commented like, oh, slick Hat in Time reference there. No one's commented that yet, so I'm wondering if anybody even caught it. It's a very top sneaky reference. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Here, I'll show you the full clip. Ah, fuck. So you can see how the art kind of like, it does exactly like it does here. It sort of goes in, tilts a little bit, and then comes back out. And the way that, like, because I wanted to show off the entire piece of art here, right? And I had these like black bars on the outside. So if I did this, I would have these black bars on the outside, right? So I just added a second one and added a Gaussian blur on the bottom one, and that ended up being like a really good solution to this. Really, editing is so boring if you're not already an editor. But this is just kind of the process of how things happen, right? And this sort of thing, I just sort of I didn't have any idea of how this thing would take shape until I already started making it. You know what I mean? Like this project sort of took shape as I was putting it together. I had no idea like what kind of footage I was going to use. I had no idea like the editing styles I was going to use. I had no idea like little things just sort of like coalesced into this project. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to like recreate it in the Pikmin 2 review, but I at least have like an idea of how I'm going to put together the Pikmin 2 review. And that one's going to take a little bit to make. Just because I have a lot I want to say about that game, because it is my favorite game in the series, and I don't want to. I want to do this thing where I don't want to overthink the video, but I also don't want to make it bad. You know what I mean? So it struggles. Anyway, I think that's all I can really talk about in this. Like I said, just wanted to highlight my writing style and how I have to basically rediscover how I write things. So yeah, anyway, thank you for being on the Patreon and helping me make shit like this. It really does help. And so I give you guys a peek into, how I make my videos. Thanks again. Have a good one.